Welcome back to my channel, Honey's MY Stories. For today's video will be a follow-up on my previous vlog because there have been a lot of comments regarding the travel insurance policy. So for this video, I will answer questions like where can you buy it and how much will it cost. But before I answer those questions, let's first discuss the importance of travel insurance because few people doesn't really appreciate the travel insurance policy and thinking that it's just an additional price to pay. Well, for that matter, I think we just need to shift our perspective and think of it this way. As of today, the daily average COVID cases here in Malaysia is around 10,000 new cases every day, guys. So that's really quite a number. If that's the COVID cases 2 years ago, that may cause a lockdown. But since the vaccination rate here in Malaysia is already high and we're already preparing towards the endemic stage of COVID-19, then the Malaysian government have opened its borders for visitors or for tourists as long as they follow protocols to ensure that there won't be any massive outbreak once that the borders will be opened. Given the number of the daily COVID cases here in Malaysia, there's really a huge possibility that someone might be infected with COVID-19 while traveling. Once you're suspected of being infected with COVID-19, you will undergo tests, isolation, and maybe treatment. And who's gonna pay for all of that? You, the traveler. That's why the travel insurance is really important to ensure that the traveler will be able to bear the full cost of the medical treatments in case you will need medical attention due to COVID-19. You know, we don't know what will happen in the future. It's really unforeseen. So we just need to prepare for it. That's why it's really important to have the travel insurance, guys, because medical treatments are costly. So the question is there any specific insurance company for the travel insurance policy? Well, the answer is no. There is no specific insurance company, but the most important thing is that the insurance policy that you have will cover COVID-19 medication or medical assistance. So for example, if you have an insurance policy right now but it doesn't cover COVID-19, then that is not valid. It really needs to have a COVID-19 coverage. So the minimum amount of the coverage for your insurance policy must be 20,000 US dollars, which is equivalent to almost 85,000 ringgit. That's actually quite a low number, guys, because when they opened Langkawi as an international travel bubble prior to the opening of the whole country, there's also a travel policy and their minimum coverage for that was 150,000 ringgit. So they have actually lowered it right now. So guys, you can buy travel insurance through different companies like AXA, AIA, Alliance, Tune Protect, and many more, guys. So I will put a link on the description box down below so that you can search for it and you can look into different companies if you want to, or you can actually search it in Google. You just need to type in the phrase travel to Malaysia and there will be a lot of travel insurance companies on the search result. So I'm just gonna show you a few companies, perhaps 2 companies, which will be Tune Protect and Nomad Insurance by Safety Wing. So I'm gonna show you guys how much does their insurance policy costs, because insurance policies really varies depending on the company and the coverage that they are offering. So for example, the Nomad Insurance by Safety Wing, their insurance policy costs $42 every 28 days, guys. $42 is equivalent to almost around 178 ringgit. You will have a maximum of 250,000 coverage, guys. So that's really a huge amount of money for an insurance for only $42 for 28 days. Now, the other example that I will show you is Tune Protect. So there are 2 options, which is the basic and the premium one. And according here, their basic policy costs 161 ringgit and 25 cents, while the premium one costs 337 ringgit and 50 cents. Now, what's the difference between the basic and the premium one? Basically, it will be on the COVID-19 hospitalization coverage, and also it differs on the quarantine allowance because the basic one only provides 150 ringgit per day, while the premium one covers 350 ringgit per day. So based on those two companies that we checked, guys, insurance policies really varies depending on the coverage of the insurance itself. And aside from those insurance companies, guys, there's actually travel insurance provided by the airline. So if you will be booking a flight to Malaysia, then you might want to check with your airline. So for example, Airasia, if you will flying with them, they actually provide travel insurance. Here is the price for Airasia. It's 320 ringgit, guys, for 30 days, and this is already a premium plan. So according here, their hospitalization coverage is 350,000 ringgit and their quarantine allowance is 150 per day. So the coverage for hospitalization is the same with Shun Protect's premium plan, which is 350,000, but their quarantine allowance is only 150. So I think that's the reason why it's kinda cheaper than the premium one through Shun Protect. So this is the only information available online. I'm not really sure if they also provide a basic plan, but yeah, if you wish to have a premium plan but on a lesser price, then you might want to book with your airline. So yeah, I hope that answered the questions. How much does the insurance policy cost? So if you're looking into getting an insurance policy just for the compliance purposes, then you might want to get the Shun Protect one, which is around 161 ringgit. But if you're looking into your safety and your assurance that in case during your travel you might contract COVID-19 while you're here in Malaysia, then you might want to get the premium one just to make sure you will be covered for a bigger amount, because who knows what will happen, right? But that depends on you guys. That depends on your preference. No worries, I will put all the links down below so that you can check it yourself. So this travel insurance policy, guys, are only for those short-term travelers. So if you will be going to Malaysia for work or for study, then you are exempted with this. Aside from that, travelers from Singapore and locals are exempted from this policy. So if you have a Malaysian passport, then you're exempted for the travel insurance policy, as well as those who are a spouse of a Malaysian citizen and their children. Someone has also asked me, what about those that will be laying over in Malaysia? So this policy will only apply if you will have a disembarkation here in Malaysia. So if it's just a layover, then nothing to worry, you won't be affected with this policy. Yeah, I think that's all that I want to discuss with you right now, guys. And so if you have other questions, guys, you can actually check directly on their website on this, which I will put as well on the description box below. Your question might be on that website, so better check it out. So yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. And if you haven't watched my previous video yet about the requirements to travel to Malaysia, please check my next video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be updated with my future uploads. Once again, this is Hani and you're watching Hani's MY Stories. Bye bye for now!